The prone plank 3-point push-up evaluation measures upper body strength, core strength, and postural stability. Spend a moment reviewing the athlete's setup and execution cues in your manual. As you watch the prone plank 3-point push-up testing video to follow, use the visual images in your manual to observe the testing and scoring process.
The next i360 Fit athlete evaluation is the prone plank 3-point push-up. The purpose of this evaluation is to measure your athlete's upper body strength in a push-up and their core strength and postural stability in a plank position. Kyle, for this test, you will start with your feet tight together. Your hands will be placed on the board shoulder width apart. You will maintain a plank position and your arms will be extended. The goal is to keep the board parallel to the ground in a balanced position and to maintain the plank posture while you perform the maximum number of repetitions to the metronome. To reach the bottom of the push-up, you must demonstrate 90 degrees of flexion at the elbows. You will then return back to the start position, obtaining extension through the arms. The metronome will be set at 50 beats per minute, which means you'll be doing 25 push-ups per minute. The pace will be down on the first beat and up on the second beat. Is that clear? Okay, the test will be over if you lose pace with the metronome or fail to come back up from the push-up. Okay, let's go for it. All right, I'll start the metronome, and when you're ready, you can start. Good, feet together, hands shoulder width apart. Nice job. Total reps, 11. Good job.
The single leg lateral bound and stick evaluation measures leg power, deceleration, and balance control. Spend a moment reviewing the athlete's setup and execution cues in your manual. As you watch the single leg lateral bound and stick testing video to follow, use the visual images in your manual to observe the testing and scoring process. The fifth test in our i360 Fit athlete evaluation is the single leg lateral bound and stick. The purpose of this evaluation is to measure your athlete's lateral leg power and ability to decelerate on a single leg with balance and control. To set up for this test, you're going to start by taking your right foot, stepping behind the white line, facing the tape measure. You're going to preload athletically, triple flexing through hip, knee, ankle, and loading the arms athletically. So that's it. Start in an upright position. You're going to preload by triple flexing and loading the arms. You're going to make one explosive movement laterally, landing on your left foot. You want to have balance and control as you land, so land soft, and try and hold and stick that landing. It's important to stick the landing so that I can record the score, and then you can go back and we'll try one more time. Sound good? All right, Kelly, let's give this a shot. So start with that right foot behind the line, perfect, upright, single leg balance, take off, hold, 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 good. That's it, I got it. Okay, let's try again one more time. So again, I really want you to focus this time on holding that balance point, so try not to stutter the foot, really try and hold as you land. So load, pop, good, and rest, nicely done. All right, that was your best score. Best score is 6 feet. The multidirectional agility evaluation measures movement efficiency and anaerobic energy system capacity. Spend a moment reviewing the athlete's setup and execution cues in your manual. As you watch the multidirectional agility testing video to follow, use the visual images in your manual to observe the testing and scoring process. The sixth test in our i360 Fit athlete evaluation is the multidirectional agility. The purpose of this evaluation is to measure athletes' foundational movement patterns, foot speed, direction change, and overall energy capacity. All right, Kelly, to set up for this test, you'll need to do the following. Well, first, we can see here we have a tape line approximately in 6 feet, so we have about 2 feet on each side of the hurdle. We have 6 hurdles here that are spaced 36 inches apart, so 3 feet apart, and each hurdle is 6 inches in height. So that's the setup of our course. The movement pattern that we're going to be doing for this agility test, you're going to start behind the line here, facing the first hurdle, so left foot close to the first line here. You want to make sure you're behind, not on the line. Your first movement pattern is going to be a lateral shuffle around the whole set of hurdles, hitting this line or crossing it, but you must make sure you contact it or go past it before you return back in lateral shuffle, coming back around behind, hitting this line, and then you're going to go into our second movement pattern, which is going to be our open steps, drop step, weave. So you're going to open step left foot back, left forward, left back, all the way around the back hurdle, and then repeat the sequence back. Right forward, right back, right forward, right back. So as you come back, get all the way around this first hurdle. Then you're going to initiate your crossover pattern. So crossing over each hurdle, make sure you have 2 foot contact on the outside of the last hurdle before crossing over all the way back. And the time starts on your first movement, and I will stop the time as you cross over that last hurdle. Does that sound good? All right, let's give this a try. Athletic stance. All right, I'm good to go. On your first movement, the test begins. Hit that line. Nice work. Hit that line, step forward. That's it, Kel. That's it, crossovers now. Nice work. All right, Kelly, time is 18.13.
The ground-based multi-joint link power evaluation measures standing explosive pushing strength. Spend a moment reviewing the athlete's setup and execution cues in your manual. As you watch the multi-joint link power testing video to follow, use the visual images in your manual to observe the testing and scoring process.
The next I360 Fit Athlete Evaluation exercise is the multi-joint power test. The purpose of this evaluation is to measure your athlete's standing multi-joint push in a symmetrical position. Amanda, for this evaluation, I'm going to have you begin with your feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight ahead behind the start line. We're going to grasp the Viper and load into a front load position, roughly shoulder height with a narrow grip, but below the chin. Okay, you're going to drop into a squat position before fully extending into a powerful lower body movement while simultaneously pressing the Viper out in front while releasing it. The goal is to have the Viper land with the furthest distance parallel to the start line and level to the ground.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, let's give it a shot. Right on, 8 feet, good job.
The crossbody rotary push evaluation measures whole body power. Spend a moment reviewing the athlete's setup and execution cues in your manual. As you watch the crossbody rotary push testing video to follow, use the visual images in your manual to observe the testing and scoring process.
The next I360 Fit Athlete evaluation is the cross-body rotary push test. The purpose of this evaluation is to measure your athlete's full body rotary power sequence as it relates to sport skill execution. Amanda, for this evaluation, I'm going to have you set up again with your feet shoulder width apart, feet perpendicular to the start line with the front foot just behind the tape. You're going to load the medicine ball in your dominant hand with your non-dominant hand supporting it, but not actually using it for the throw. Elbow will be high, level with your hand. You'll drop into a squat position to load it, and then triple extend while simultaneously rotating and pressing the ball out into the testing area. Does that sound good? All right, let's do this. Good throw, 18 feet. Good job.
The 300-yard shuttle evaluation measures direction change and aerobic capacity. Spend a moment reviewing the athlete's setup and execution cues in your manual. As you watch the 300-yard shuttle testing video to follow, use the visual images in your manual to observe the testing and scoring process.
The final I360 Fit athlete evaluation is a 300-yard shuttle test. The purpose of this test is to measure your athlete's anaerobic conditioning or capacity, their acceleration and deceleration, and direction change at a high intensity. All right, Kyle, for this test, we'll start behind the line in a 2-point stance. You'll then run 25 yards down to the opposite line, touch the line with your foot, change direction, and return back to the start line. You must run down and back 6 times to complete the test. Is that clear?
Yep.
Okay, let's go for it. On my go. 3, 2, 1, go. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 2 more. 5. Last one. Nice work. 58 seconds. Good job.
Once the I360 Fit evaluation is complete and scores have been entered online, you receive an athletic report that summarizes the athlete's scores. Use the report to identify athlete strengths and weaknesses to establish your training priorities for the next Ignite Performance training cycle. Here is a summary of what you've learned in this athlete evaluation section. Athlete evaluation provides a true picture of athletic attributes. Athlete evaluation makes program design meaningful. Athlete evaluation defines training results. Take a moment to return to your workbook and answer the reflection questions in Section 4, I360 Athlete Evaluation. Answer the quiz questions in this section to be sure you are confident with the athlete evaluation protocol and outcomes.